First off, let's start the meeting. So, welcome everyone. This is February 20th, 2025, office hours, JSR. Today, Luca is not gonna be here because TC39 stuff, always fun. Um, so, yeah, today mainly our topic is gonna be, well, JSX support that has been being worked on by David here, and we'll see. Obviously, if people have questions regarding JSX support or anything else related to JSR, feel free to ask in the channel or raise your hand. We are happy to answer any questions. And if we have extra time, maybe we will go through the issue board just to see what kind of issues are priority and how we kind of prioritize things currently, given that we don't have too much of a focus target right now, but there's a few things we have priority for. So we'll go through that as well, just so if people want to contribute to stuff, they know where to look and what to do. And cats.
This is Dax.
Yeah, so I assume you're still setting up demo, or would you be already?
I gave up because I don't know if it's going to work. I've never tried it. And also, yeah, it would be a pretty boring demo. I would just like basically create a TSX file, publish it, and uh, yeah, I think yeah, just basically we should have TSX support, but yeah, it would probably be better to have like a demo that also consumes the file. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, we will have a demo another time then once it's landed and we can showcase it to
Yeah.
people. Anything more interesting to say about it? Is there any caveats that people should be looking out for or anything?
I don't think so. Um, yeah, it should hopefully just work. We'll see. Uh,
Yeah, because it's been quite a highly requested feature. So I think that
yeah.
will help a lot of people just to get their wonderful JSX/React packages published onto JSR. Because I mean, currently the issue has, let's see, 19 comments and 15 upvotes. So definitely there's demand for it, and this being addressed is pretty good. So yeah, hopefully that will unblock a lot of people hitting problems with that. Um, yeah. Well, since we don't have anything really to show or so, uh, yeah, I guess we can answer a few questions from the chat. Let's see. Augustine asks, I've tried to see how we can help open source projects published to npm, and main issue is git ignore is overwriting the jsr.json. Git ignore is overwriting.
Yeah, I think this is the one about like if you have a file that's get ignored, uh, then it will be excluded from publishing,
Oh, wait,
even if you.
Augustine is wanting to join on the stage, so let's
Okay.
invite.
Hi.
Hello.
So the main issue, if you are writing a package with Node and TypeScript, a common use case, is you build with TSC CLI the output,
Mm-hmm.
then you try to publish it to npm and just run. npm is okay, you do it with over a year, but just try to don't push in your red file.
Yep.
And why we need that on Node.js ecosystem, it's mainly to ensure that what we publish to JSR is same to npm, to not have bug work on npm and not in JSR or the inverse.
Yeah,
So yeah,
let me see if I understand your question correctly. So this is yeah, you go to publish, and then there's a get ignored file or directory, and that doesn't end up in the publish, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So um, there was some reason why we respected git ignore initially. It was, I think, like just a lot of people were publishing stuff they didn't want published, and then it was, yeah, causing some issues. The way to do it right now, I think including won't work exactly. That's the bug right now. So the way to do it is to actually unexclude and exclude. So it's kind of you write an exclude, and then you say I'm going to unexclude this because it was get ignored. And it's a little bit, yeah, it's not the best right now. It'd be good if it worked in the include pattern, which I think is one of the major bugs right now. But the way to do it is to just say it's okay to publish this directory even though it's excluded by get ignore. Does that make sense? I can maybe show a demo of that just to show what I'm saying. Let me try to figure out 1 second. I'm just going to exit my stuff. Okay, share my screen. Second. Okay. Oops. Which window did I show? Okay.
VS Code. Yeah.
Yeah, the scratch. Okay. Yeah, so you have a get ignore. Let's say this is ignored. And then let's use JSR.json. And then let's just leave that blank for now. And then let's create a dist folder with index.js. So I think right now,
If you want, I have a fully repo with some TS file, TS config, everything right. Do you want it? I have
oh, you
fully
have
example.
a full example? Yeah, sure. That would be even better.
Just take the repo. Yeah. Cool. Sure. So you have npm support and JSR, so you can easily reproduce the bag.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, so you have dist. Yep. So the bug right now is that this won't be matched.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this should, oh, what is it again? Type check file. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, so right now it's only including license, README, JSR, JSON. So the way to get around this kind of behavior at the moment, this bug, is to exclude and then unexclude. So you can actually just do this.
Yeah, we had this issue during the call with
Oh, I see what
Sentry
you
as
did.
well. So this is
Oh,
not an ideal solution as well.
yeah.
Many people are hitting this. So yeah, we need to figure out our best solution for this for sure.
Away. 130. Ah, and that didn't even work. Maybe it's, I just need to do this. Nope.
Hmm.
Let me get rid of this upper one just in case. Yeah, like, see, this should work. I don't know what's going on here. If I just like, oh, I know why it's not working because I haven't built it. I don't have a dist
Directory.
directory. Okay, I'm not gonna run the script I'm just gonna create a yeah, file here. Oh, no, I can't remember all I was trying, but yeah, so now it's working. So the way to do it is to just basically whatever's in the git ignore, you just do the opposite. You say, okay, I want to include this directory. And then you can see here now that file's ending up in that folder. Yeah, it's not like the best right now because ideally it should just match because you've specified it here in this include.
Yeah, the include definitely
But
should take priority over the git
yeah,
ignore.
like one way like another way it could be done is just like this. But then you want to probably exclude everything else. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. Yeah, so that's the current way around this is do this. But yeah, ideally it would be nice if this just worked. But yeah, right
Okay.
now the git ignore takes precedence.
So second question is, should we document it as troubleshooting and say, hey, we have a temporal solution for that? Or should we
Yeah,
not?
I think it might be listed in the docs already, the unexcluding. I can't remember.
Maybe.
Track JSR.io doc.
Yeah, I forget where the documentation for that is.
And get generic, yeah, it's here.
Okay.
And yep. So yeah, it exists.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Great.
Yep. Yeah, so there's at least that. But yeah, it's a little bit confusing, I would say.
Yeah.
Also something that can help on this point, basically NPM compatibility to publish on both is if JSR CLI can publish to NPM. So you just do npx JSR publish dash dash npm and poof, we take same output than JSR and publish it to npm instead of taking same out publishing to npm and put it on JSR.
I see.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah. That would be good. Yeah, there's a lot of issues around like dual publishing and stuff like that that still need to be addressed, and it is one of the main things we do wanna still figure out what the best approach is to do that. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Uh, Igamax asks, what's the criteria you will use to select the moderators for the moderation group? There isn't a criteria yet because there has been no work towards the moderation group yet. And that will be something that the governance board will do in the hopefully close future. Currently, the main focus for the governance group is to set up a legal entity in whatever form seems the most appropriate. And then we'll see from there what exactly the next steps are going to be. But most likely, yeah, the moderation group is one of the steps directly after that, I would say. Which, yeah, for the people that are interested, there is a form on in the documentation on JSR under the governance section where you can apply to be a moderator for JSR. The moderation group will mainly take care of deciding on how moderation should be affected on JSR, or rather applied, what kind of rules we have, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still not set in stone exactly how people are going to be picked. But my guess, one factor is going to be that it's going to be people that are already known in the ecosystem, in the JavaScript ecosystem, or have knowledge of previous work in standard bodies related to, well, managing the community and stuff like that. So yeah, basically right now, no one knows. In the near future, hopefully that will change though. yeah, we'll definitely give an announcement once we're gonna be actively working on the governance board. So on the moderation board. So yeah, we'll definitely let you know once we have more information about that. Do we have any other questions? I guess no. Then I think we could jump into looking through the JSR board, or rather the issue board. Let me see. Can I? Let me quickly share my screen. Okay. So, where do we have the GitHub link? There we go. So on the JSR repo, we have this projects tab, which is just different projects we have, and we have a JSR project board on there, which mainly, well, which is where we collect all the different issues that opened, and I painstakingly sit through and triage everything. And yeah, so usually things are triaged quite instantly. There's a few things that have no priority or still need to be triaged or partially triaged. These are things that need to be looked at by multiple people or need to be discussed before we can really put a hand on things. But mainly the order of things is we have different levels of priority, and we want stuff to be fixed in order of priority. Obviously, that's not always going to happen. There's sometimes going to be cases where we rather want to fix something quickly. That's like in P3, given that it's like extra small, so that would be like a 30-minute maximum job. Some of these are even 5-minute fixes. But yeah, so for people contributing to JSR, we would love if when you contribute, you just take a bit of the priorities in consideration if you are not entirely sure what you want to work on, or if you have a specific domain like front end that you want to work on some things in that regard, that you kind of look into the priorities just so it pushes everyone forward in the general direction and just follows the project to hopefully, well, push it forward to get more things done. For example, there's a few high-level bugs here that are probably relatively simple. I know this one has had like 3 PRs opened or something like that, but it's still not fixed. So if someone wants to look at that, that would be really great. And yeah, mainly the order of things. We don't really have like a fixed like direction we're going for right now. That's something that's gonna be decided by the governance board in the future. But so right now, it's mainly just me deciding on the general idea of things, and I just picked an order of what people are asking for a lot, and some things that we have discussed in the past to be relatively important. Like, well, we have the publishing with JSX, and then we have a lot of issues regarding the docs generation, which mostly always falls back to be me having to fix stuff, and a few issues regarding publishing. And then one major also issue that we are facing is the way we handle pre-releases, for example, is kind of not great. So yeah, this is pretty much the direction of just, if you want to fix something, please fix the stuff in priority order. But also, if you don't, if there's something you really like to work somewhere else and that's lower priority, that's completely fine as well. Yeah.
Can I take you 2 seconds?
Yeah.
The previous thing we have talked, I have tried to fix it, say, hey, can we find a solution as code? But main issue is I don't know where is the source code that affect what.
Mm.
So we need kind of documentation saying, hey, API is there, databases scheme is here, writing in Rust, and publish script like npx is there. And if you use Dino, it is false. So we say, if you want to contribute for this part because you have a bug, you can go there. Because actually, it just maybe there.
Yeah, yeah, I guess we definitely can give better guidance to people on how to contribute to JSR. We have not really done anything in documenting any of the internal works. It's just, yeah, we threw it together. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot that can be improved in that regard. So, yeah, probably having a contribution guide would help.
I
Yeah,
have already opened an issue about that for at the past meeting
Yeah,
about having contributing the TMD, like um, commit convention. What is the acceptance criteria of pull request? Because the first time I submit a pull request, I say, oh, CS failed. Why? Okay, I need to denews lin deno format,
hmm,
but it doesn't explain. Also, we can use PR template
yeah,
for that with a dumb checklist like have you run Dino, Cargo, etc., etc.
yeah. We definitely should add that. Yeah. David, you
I
were gonna
didn't
say
yeah, and
ask.
something?
in the Dino repo as well. Right now, the code is like really mixed in with other stuff, like the publishing code, and it would be good to. I might, yeah, I'll probably just open up a PR just to separate that out, even still within the Dino CLI, and then over the future we can extract that out somewhere else into like out of Dino, but for it to be like reused in multiple places. But yeah, uh,
Yeah, that's been
I'll
something we have
try to.
discussed a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll at least like after I land this JSX fix, I'd like to at least do that separation because it's kind of messy right now.
Yeah. Just to give some more context for other people, currently the JSR's CLI is basically just a wrapper around the Dino CLI, and that calls Dino publish, and all the Dino publish logic is in the Dino repo. And the reason for that, it's, well, that's how we did it originally, and a lot of things also are quite intertwined with other logic inside the Dino CLI. But the goal in the long term would be to have a repo in the JSR organization that is just JSR publish, which is a crate that does all the publishing related things. And then Dino can depend on the crate, and JSR CLI can actually be just a standalone CLI that uses that crate as well. Just to make more sense, honestly. Yeah. Are there any questions about contributing, about opening PRs, about anything? Yeah.
In some other project I have contribute, we have something like, hey, how to become a collaborator? How can I approve pull request?
Yeah, that's a good question that I don't have a correct answer to right now. Um, yeah, this is probably gonna be something that the governance board will probably address on how we
Sure.
decide people. A lot of stuff is falling on the governance board. I know it's not ideal, it's slow, but it is how it is. Yeah, I'm just wary of just approving random people, just because you never know. There's always people that might do something they shouldn't be doing. So right now, I don't think we're accepting external uh, collaborators or maintainers for the time being, but this is obviously something we definitely want to change. Like, we're definitely not going to stick to, oh, just the Dino company can do that, or just the companies in the board can do that. No, we definitely will add external collaborators or maintainers from the community. And I think probably a decent criteria would be someone that has been contributing for a bit already. Like, it can't be just a new person that coming out of nowhere just wanting to be part. I think that's a decent criteria. Like, yeah, Augustine, you probably are viable because you have been contributing for a while. So that would be I think, a decent criteria. But like some some random other person that just has opened an issue and wants to report of being maintainers, I don't think, just from a security standpoint, it's not the best thing.
Yeah, I allow with you. Maybe do something like nomination. They say, hey, you send a private message on Discord and say, are you interested to being collaborator? Then open an issue and both people can thumbs up or say, no, I don't want these people because here is borderline with the code of conduct or something like that. But the nomination should come from people being on the board or already collaborator.
Yeah, I agree. David, do you have any take on this?
Nope. Yeah, it sounds good to
Yeah,
put external contributors more.
yeah. I'll bring this up on the on internal discussions for the board to discuss hopefully soon. I mean, there's not a lot of board meetings currently. Like you've seen, we've only published one set of meeting notes. The next meeting is going to be in the near future as well. It's just a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on, especially setting up an organization. It's just painful from what I hear. So yeah, it's slow. But we have people contributing and people interested. So we need to address that. So yeah, we shouldn't just ignore things or just let the interest die. So yeah, we definitely should push for this a bit more. Yeah, we're also getting on time. It's already past. So if anyone still has anything they want to talk about, discuss, ask, we can still do it. Else, I think we can slowly start to wrap up this meeting. No questions in the chat. Okay. Then I guess we'll speak to each other in another 2 weeks in the next office hours. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day. See ya.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.
See ya.